together down among the Florida Keys, who lived by wrecking craft on the reefs and selling any Indians they caught with Spanish.
This story is come back,
Jimmy said.
then people talk together about this. Some them say, let's go alone. Them fella no danger to us. Some will take Indian, not us. But Harry and Delva, they say no. Maybe some you remember Delva. He gets sick, die after. And Fowler woman. Tabakali say no. And Nadri say no. Suppose them fella can't manage. This story always come back to you,
Jimmy said.
then the people talk together about this. Some of them say, let's go alone. Them fella no danger to us. Some will take Indian, not us. But Harry and Delva, they say no. Maybe some you remember Delva. He gets sick, die after. And Fowler woman. Tabakali say no. And Nadri say no. Suppose them fella come back again. What then? But there another reason back behind this why they say no. Why then Indian in the canoe first place? Yeah, Kenka.
Kenka was a slender, tawny-skinned mulatto boy who often did not put up his hand even when he knew the answer, but Jimmy had learned to recognize the look on his face when he wanted to be asked, and the tense position of his body. Jimmy knew too that Tabakali, the heroine of this debate, was Kenka's mother.
He take Indian for slave,
The boy said proudly.
That's right. Take them for slave. That very important reason for help them. All people got a right to be free. Nadri say that, and Delba say that. You let them take slave, you stand one side, let them take slave, you was slave yourself. You forget so quick.
Jimmy paused and smiled around at the children.
I was there, he said. Them time people don't talk pidgin like now. People talk lingo from them. I big linguista them time.
It was not the first debate he had assisted in. That had been held on board the ship, blood still on the deck, Thurzo's body still warm. The children knew this story too. Jimmy always went through all the stages of these famous debates, but he was a moralist, as teachers often are. He wanted to instill a sense of community in the children, so that there were certain aspects that he omitted to mention, or even falsified. His version of events was not necessarily that which lived in the memory of others who had taken part. People read into things their own truths and meanings, but everyone who had been present, and that was all of the fugitives, men and women, black and white, who had survived the voyage and the landing and the hardships of the first weeks, knew that the actions stemming from this debate had saved the settlement. One thing Jimmy always omitted was the naming of those unheroic ones who would have let the slaver-takers go unmolested. Only Wilson was named. He took the burden of all. The others still walked the earth. Their offspring were among Jimmy's pupils, but Wilson had died in public view, disgraced and without issue, and so everything discreditable could be laid at his door. In the course of time, a legendary wickedness had gathered round Wilson's name. It had been his fate to become first scapegoat, then ogre. Now, mothers sometimes hushed their children with the threat that Wilson would hear them and come. But in fact, there had been others to take his side in this debate. Libby had done so, and a big morose man from the Ivory Coast named Tiamoko. None of these had been able to see any point in intervening to save the Indians. "Them Indians aren't nothing but savages," Libby said, his solitary eyes staring furious and bloodshot. "You seen what they done to Ains? They took the scalp off him while he was still alive. Them white fellas done me no harm. Why should I raise my hand against my own kin?" It was then, when these remarks had been explained to her, that Tabakali, the Fulani woman, joined in the discussion. She spoke no pidgin at that time, but she was a bold, independent woman from a nomad people and had ranged far west along the Guinea coast, and she could speak some Malinke, which Jimmy was able to translate. He had not been able to do full justice to the contempt that rang in the words of this tall and magnificent woman, but enough of it came through, even in the bare pidgin of his rendering. She say, "What you mean, raise your hand again, you kind? You kind slave taker? That what you mean?" She say, "In that case, you no belong here. You can get out." Then she say, "Haines killed stealing gold dust from the ship.
who we'd been for Haynes.